That was the first time I flew to you as a bat, Tula, without even knowing whether I'd find you at home or whether you still live next to the Vilna River. I flapped my webbed wings, obeying entirely new instincts. I felt the never-before-experienced giddiness of flight and rose higher. I flew above the butterflies' cemetery. From above, the frost on the grass looked like a white shroud. Off in the distance, the Belmontes forest glowed in the throes of the damp. But I turned to the west, to you, Tula. There was nothing I wanted to say to you anymore, nor to remind you of, nor to explain. I just wanted to see you and be near you for a while. Even if I were invisible, what of it? But I only saw you on the following day, when, after it had gotten quite dark, I once again went out into the city. It was a city preparing to entomb itself. I don't even remember streets so dimly, so dismally lit. The lanterns and arched lamps merely emphasized the grimness. To me, the people passing by looked like they had only just now been pulled out of the water. Half dead, they staggered lifelessly towards home or some other place. It seemed that the city had forgotten how to talk. Only the car engines coughed, sounding like they'd come down with a cold. Yellow trolley buses would slide past, silent as real ghosts, like coffins with glass windows loaded with someone's dead loved ones seated side by side. Maybe I didn't deserve a better life, I thought, creeping down the cement embankment towards the city center. The heart of the city also barely moved. But I'm of no use to anyone. Many think otherwise, and that I'm harmful, a destroyer bound to provoke a citizen's intolerance. Didn't the episode in the second city confirm this? Well then, yesterday when I was flying back to the second section, my colleagues, several real bats, Chiroptera, the common noctul, attacked me. They didn't want to admit a stranger into their domain. Now my hand and shoulder hurt, but I got ready to go into town anyway. The evenings had started to feel longer because of the real madmen who had been sent out for an evening walk in the exercise yard enclosed by the wired fence and were howling and laughing, their voices not drowned out by either Yaedo vi Comarado, playing at full blast in our block, or the heart-rending cries of Glebus's wife. For the third day in a row, she hadn't left the door of our block, unable to believe that her little Glebus was no longer there. I think they were getting ready to admit her to the women's section. Apparently, she wasn't just wailing, but guzzling the wine she'd brought along. And they say, no one loves a drunk. They're loved by the same kind of drunks, and how they mourn when they lose their loved ones. I headed down the boulevard. Even the drunk people, who one happened upon with practically every step, rollicked, yelled, and shoved as if driven unwillingly by a greater force. Gloomy shadows passed, women carrying huge bouquets of white chrysanthemums. All Saints' Day was coming. Nothing buzzed in my sober head as I walked and walked. I had no purpose, and no one I wanted to see. But at the end of the boulevard, past the square, I bumped into Tula. She was walking by herself, just like everyone else, and looking the same way, as if she had just been pulled from the water. We really did bump into one another. She mumbled, "Sorry," and was going on her way. I held her by her shabby sleeve, and then she turned around and recognized me. "Hello, hello." She stirred her swollen lips. "Hello. Should we stop somewhere?" But she didn't take hold of my arm.